Hi, my name is Dan, and this is my grace story. Well, I grew up always believing in a God, never really knowing the who, what, where, when, why, how. But I still just had this, an unknowing, somewhat of I need proof. A big portion of my story relates to alcoholism. Every male on my side of the family has fallen in the same trap, and I swore I never would. So I thought I'd be able to beat alcohol too. And the hardest part was the belief that I could beat it. But I just fell deeper into the trap and hit my rock bottom. And I remember being in the shower the day after my last day of drinking, in very, very rough shape. And I remember hollering out or crying out, "God help me. I can't do this. I just can't do this alone. I give up. I need your help." And the very next day, I went to Alcoholics Anonymous, and they do talk of God quite a bit in AA, but they don't delve into the scriptures or the Bible or anything. My sponsor at the time must have noticed me flinch or something, or an eye roll here or something whenever the word God was mentioned. And he pulled me aside that day and he said, "Look, I'm not asking you to believe XYZ, this, that, and the other thing. Just try not to fight it. Try to stop fighting it and give it a chance." And I did. I'm almost 10 years, I can't even recall, 9 or 10 years sober now. And it was really my first time realizing that it wasn't me doing the work. It was, it was certainly God and Jesus, but it didn't resonate in my own heart at that time. So as the years have gone by, life is challenging. My anxiety and depression that I've suffered from my whole life really truly peaked last April. Unfortunately, it was while we were on one of the most expensive vacations we've ever paid for. And one by one, little tiny things started to happen. And panic attacks reared their ugly head again. While we were also on that vacation, my wife wanted to watch a movie one night, and she put on the movie A Jesus Revolution. And we watched it, and I just, throughout the movie, my ears started perking up, and the heartstrings started pulling, when I don't remember the main character's name, but when he said he's just seeking truth and seeking, guidance, I just felt myself relating to that. Like, yeah, I kind of want some of that too. Once we got home, I was still feeling very low and empty. And I pulled into my driveway, and I happened to turn on 102.5, which is K-Love Christian radio. I was like, I like this. And I parked my truck and I listened to another song that I'm like, I like that one too. And then another song. That opened my heart further towards Christianity and Jesus and God. And from there, other little things started happening, which was crazy. One day I was gonna go for a walk very early in the morning, and then I saw a gentleman walking towards me, and then he heard the radio coming from my phone, and he's like, "What are you listening to?" And I said, "K-Love Radio." He's like, "Oh, good stuff." He's like, are you a follower? Are you, asking the questions?" And I said, I haven't really been up until this point, but ever since I started listening to Christian music and opening my heart to it, like, I literally, and I don't mean it figuratively, like, I literally feel like I can see color again. And he's like, "Dan, this isn't a coincidence." It's like, I'm an ordained pastor. He went in his house and he grabbed a book by Lee Strobel called A Case for Easter. And in that book, they completely map out all of the proof, exactly what I needed. It was literally the proof. And also up until that point, I hated reading. I loathed reading. So I read that, and then all the while, my wife Jessica had been coming to the church, and so she and I started becoming closer just in discussing religion and Christianity. And Cliff Miller had given her a book called Safe All Along by Katie Davis Majors. So she handed it to me, and I opened those pages and fell in love with her story, the story of Jesus. And then I bought her other books, more books. And so all of a sudden I'd become this avid reader. And coming here, I would come to church every now and again with Jess. But when I was here, I definitely felt a sense of home, a sense of peace, a sense of truth, and never really wanted to walk out the doors. Throughout all this, I've just come to realize that while I've felt alone my whole life, at times, I never have been. The more I learn and hear and see about Christianity and Jesus and the gospel, the more I want. This is the way, and I know in my heart that His word is the truth. Someone asked me why I want to get baptized. It's like, well, I want to make a formal declaration that this is my way now. I want to serve Jesus. So yeah, I'd definitely seen some low places, but I know now that Jesus saved me, and He died on the cross for all of us. I've made a boatload of mistakes in my life, and just knowing what He has done for all of us just makes me want to serve Him.